GTA to work. So I thought I might go back to Xbox for a bit.
Edward Dietz 2017 is now live. Streaming gaming late at night, playing games and chatting.
It's not late at night at all. Well, not for me. It's daytime for me. So lately I go into GTA and he won't move. He was responding and everything before, now he's not responding again. So for some strange reason, GTA is having an issue. I don't know what it is or why it is. Sometimes GTA works fine, no problem at all. Other times it just has issues. I don't know how many of these games I'm going to be able to play because I've got to get the game card going again. I'll leave the Oculus charging so I can download that game that we were looking at. Sometime this week, this one will load. It's so slow lately. Or it should load. I can't guarantee it. Killed it. And put me through all that again. Just let me play the game.
Wisebot. Heavy check mark live online under the game gaming late at night. The uptime begin.
I really hate this about this game. Always so much stuff you have to do before you can do anything. You all set for tomorrow?
Yep.
Beauty. Got still legs still have you.
Yeah.
Keep doing that. I've been talking all day with people on the net.
Did I just came in?
No,
No.
no, he hasn't come in.
Well, that's the way you're coming down the other street.
He's done.
Yeah.
Well, if he came here, I didn't see him.
Mm.
Although I was using the VR, so I thought I heard someone tap on the door, but it might not have been him. I don't know. Although he could have come and saw me with the VR on and then just kept going.
Yeah.
Or he could have just happened to come this way. This is a completely new thing that I've never done, and I'm trying to remember the controls. So yeah. So you still gonna walk tomorrow?
Well, that might change actually. I might have to catch a cab there or something.
You got enough to take a taxi left?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take the bike.
Mm.
So you can take a cab over and I'll take the bike.
Yeah.
And then if we leave at different times, it doesn't matter, and whatever we do doesn't matter.
Mm.
But if you walk home, I'll probably right beside you. It's so quiet. Too bad of that restaurant. Oh, straight into the wall. Do a flip, do the yellow shower tip roll right there. Smash into the wall and crash. Oh my gosh.
Almost 30 in.
Luke, you love this.
No.
Well, I'm supposed to go one way, but no, there's a little bit of delay.
Mm.
Well, that's my excuse anyway. Made my first bit of money too.
Mm.
Actually got paid.
Mm.
Someone on the internet I've been talking to the last 2 days. He wants me to play Saints and Sinners.
Mm.
So he sent me the money to pay for it, to play it, to buy the game and play it.
Mm.
But I've got to wait for it to come through. So it could be a day or two, it could be a week or something, I don't know, before it comes through.
Mm.
Yeah, it's good. I had 2 people talking to me today,
Mm.
which is good.
Yeah, I got my druid up to 30 now.
30.
Mm.
Now I've got a priest now.
Consume the
Me
kids.
mage.
Oh,
Welcome back.
Hey mate, how are ya? Yeah, I've been trying to get my priest up, but bloody Warcraft.
Mm.
You know that place that I was on that I thought was in, what's it name? It's not even in there, it's its own island.
Mm.
It's not even in that place. Because I thought, oh, I'll just leave the town and go and wander around, you know,
Mm.
to somewhere I recognise. But no, it's not even on that island. It's on its own island. Oh yeah. Oh, not quite ready for that yet. I'll get my speed up. I fell off the bridge. That's right, I'm a beast. I needed that. I didn't even think this game would work without the Game Pass, but it does.
Mm.
I still don't have the Game Pass, so but it's working. Very weird. Oh, I hate this. Why can't you just play the game? No, get out of that rubbish. Love the game, I don't love the trying to select the right thing at the right second for the right thing for the right whatever thing for that thing. It's just annoying. I don't think this one will run. Well, come on. Make a decision. Are you going to run or are you going to tell me you need Game Pass? Tell me you need a Game Pass, right? Oh, damn it. Um, Call of Duty need Game Pass? I think it's on a different pass. No, it needs an update. Right, just like everything else today. What about that one? Does that need an update? Yep, it needs an update. Can't do that subscription. So you got your thing up to what? What did you say you had your thing on to?
Droids level 30.
Level 30. My priest is 14, 15, 16, somewhere in there.
Right.
Somewhere in that description. That's playing off the disc, so I should be right, but sometimes it just doesn't work. No, tomorrow will be good, eh? Wandering around and all that. I can't find that place that I was looking for. Don't know. There's no spell for it. There's no talent for it. There's no way to get the porthole up at all. So, yeah, I'll YouTube it later or something. Maybe you need to be a different spec to what I am. Oh, mother. Same problem. Okay, I guess the only game left is Warcraft. That's the only one we have left. Unless we go back to the Oculus. But I'm not ready to do that yet. I figured out how to get when people comment there, it actually reads it, so I know who it is and what they said, without having to get right up close to the screen to try and read the thing. There's a white dog went past there yesterday. No. That's probably how I left it. 13 years.
Yeah, that's a mage, not a priest.
Well, whatever it is. I just clicked on it and I was so thinking about changing the black to white. And I went in and it just sort of randomly chose it. Anyway, I don't care. So you're up to 40
30.
or 30. So then you're not much different. You're probably, you and my Hunter one could probably play. So I think he's 40 something. Demon Hunter. But I don't know if he's Order of Mines. Gotta wait 3 or 4 days for this thing to load now.
We went on freaking well yesterday, though. We had seen about going on well yesterday, though.
What was that?
Go in and it says, oh, well, Mike, character that I selected already exists. I'm like, no shit. Which is my druid.
Mm.
And when you let me play my druid, because it says, oh, the character already exists. And I'm like,
Okay.
that's
Well, it could be a glitch, or you could have someone else playing your account.
but what I did though is logged out. So you try to freaking log out of the freaking
What do you
thing.
want?
Mm.
Then eventually it didn't get logged out. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Glad I
So I
could help.
reset my laptop,
Mm.
and then everything's all good. And I'm like, okay. Weird, but
Yeah, it could have been that someone else was playing that character.
but how could that person play my character that I was on? Like,
Well,
You
it
receive
happens.
item.
I mean,
Broadsword.
you're on there and you do your thing, so you log in to
Broadsword
play,
has been added to your appearance collection.
and then they keep playing, and then when they log out, you can play.
See you around.
I've had that before. We even had the one where I'm not touching anything, and my character's running around doing stuff without me touching anything. And I later found out that the name I named my caravan, my character, is too close to the name of someone else's that character name. So when they were on and I was on together, there was a glitch. I talked to Blizzard about it, and they said, "Oh no, your character name's not close enough to the other character name to be causing any problems." But obviously it was, because I wouldn't have a problem if it wasn't. So yeah. This consume the kids works for Amazon. I meant to jump off there.
Discovered Ratchet. 230 experience gained.
I went through Ratchet
Consume
before.
the kids. Unfortunately, LOL.
What?
Unfortunately, what's unfortunate?
This is unfortunately LOL.
I know, I heard him. I'm just saying, what was unfortunate? Let's go and find an armor repairer.
Consume the kids. Amazon.
Oh, okay. When I said that you work for Amazon, you said unfortunately, lol. Okay, cool.
Yo!
This is Brett sitting behind me. He's my neighbour.
Be good.
Oh, finally I can use edit mode. Oh, gosh.
Do this. Not that, but yeah. Let me see, you got all those.
Oh yeah, just change to one of them. Okay.
So switch.
Edit mode layout my applied.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Now back to old grandma.
Oh, we're jumping.
Alright, I can jump on. Do you want me to jump on the other one? Because I can jump on Demon Hunter. Just give me a sec. I'll see what. I know Demon Hunter is around that level, but I'll find out what faction he's with.
So if your demon hunter's alliance, then I can jump on my demon hunter. Because she's 40 something.
Green Demon. Yeah, Demon Hunter 47. 47 Alliance.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
go in there and I'll wait for you.
I'm not quite sure if my demon hunter's horde or alliance.
Well,
I could go on like a different server and
if it's not, the other one is this one here is a Death Knight 24, or you'll have to join Angel Shadow. She's 56, but that's not too bad really, because 40 something to 56. I mean, it's out of the range, but it just means that she doesn't get any XP. That's all. You get double XP or something, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, get on, see how give me a message.
Yeah.
Tell me if he's one or the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, mate. I wish you'd stop trying to help me.
Femandiran has invited you to join a group. Dungeon difficulty set to normal.
How did you get back over there? Not you.
Femandiran says, couldn't seen you before LOL.
Yep. I got a quest to complete.
Femandiran receives loot. Overgrown earthworm. Femandiran receives loot. Raw long jaw mud snapper.
Oh, he's going fishing.
Femandiran receives loot. Raw long jaw mud snapper.
Patience is the highest virtue.
The call for allies completed. Experience gained, 800. Received 2 gold, 14 silver, 90 copper.
Femandiran receives loot. Raw long jaw mud snapper. Femandiran receives loot. Crystal base. Femandiran receives loot. Gigantic catfish.
What the hell? He's flying and he's receiving the fish. Huh?
Femandiran receives loot. Gigantic catfish. Femandiran receives loot. Gigantic catfish. Femandiran receives loot. Gigantic catfish. Femandiran receives loot. Gigantic catfish.
He's stealing off the fisherman or something.
Femandiran receives item, Strangle Kelps 2. Femandiran receives item, Very Unlucky Rock.
Hey there.
Oh, he's buying from them.
You have learned a new ability, Fishing. You have learned a new ability, Fishing Journal. You have learned a new ability, Fishing. You have learned a new ability, Shadowlands Fishing. You have learned a new ability, Kultiran Fishing. You have learned a new ability, Legion Fishing. You have learned a new ability, Drainer Fishing. You have learned a new ability, Pandaria Fishing. You have learned a new ability, Cataclysm Fishing. You have learned a new ability, Northrend Fishing. You have learned a new ability, Outland Fishing. A role check has been initiated. Your group will be queued when all members have selected a role. Femandiran has chosen, Damage. Guardiandamha has chosen, Damage. You are now queued in the Dungeon Finder.
They kicked us. They're probably all damaged too. Need a healer. And we need a tank. We need a tank and a healer. I'm not sitting here all day waiting for them. I'm gonna wreak some havoc. Look at my hearthstones, they're down there. I'm in the forest. Garrison is down a toy box. And that one's in the toy box too? What? Why are they in the toy box? What, can't use Doloran anymore? That suckers muchly. Oh, go the other way. Caves of Time, Exodore, Crystal Forest, Barlands. Actually, I can do Crystal Forest because that's near. That's that one anyway. Dalaran, Crystal Forest. Actually, what do my swords look like? Oh, well, damn it. Oh, come on. 106, 96. I'm only 68. Without doing any damage, doing any dungeon at that level. Stop it. What am I wearing? Probably cloth, maybe leather. 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 So leather armor. Everything. Oh, I got 68 gold. Rubbish, 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 rubbish. 46 ones were equipped. 25. Level 85 ones were equipped. Maybe 7. So the best I can get is 75, 85, 2 gold. Requires level 30. I'm level 40 something. That should be okay.
You won an auction for Giant's Toei wrap of the Quick Blade.
What did I just buy?
You receive item, Giant's Toei wrap of the Quick Blade.
You are in both a party and an instance group. You may communicate with your party with /P and with your instance group with /I.
I got to up my armor.
Dungeon difficulty set to normal.
Don't you dare!
Femandiran is now the leader of your group.
Such insolence! Wait until your father hears of this. In the meantime, I leave you in the care of my servants.
Come back and face my steel!
Who's the enemy?
Running off seems like a bad idea. We have more of a plan than that. Right?
Heroes, your strength is needed.
Blurudi Trick receives loot. Spirit Itcher.
Brought to an end.
We'll investigate the grounds while you dispatch her servants. Good hunting.
You receive loot. Spirit Itcher. Blurudi Trick receives loot. Ghastly Ooze. Femandiran receives loot. Ghastly Ooze. Landslayer receives loot. Ghastly Ooze. Lunar Clipsy Trick receives loot. Ghastly Ooze.
I don't know what that is.
Landslayer receives loot. Spirit Itcher. Lunar Clipsy Trick receives loot. Ghastly Ooze. Landslayer receives loot. Woolly Herx 2. You receive loot. Bloodstained Bone. You receive loot. Matted Pelt. You receive loot. Coarse Leather. You receive loot. Stringy Loin Spore. You receive loot. Coarse Leatherx 2. You receive loot. Matted Pelt. You receive loot. Bloodstained Bone. Lunar Clipsy Trick has earned the achievement level 60.
Level 60 in here?
Landslayer receives loot. Tide Spray Linen.
Come on, buckos. Figure out which way you gotta go. Probably gotta jump over the side or something. Do you even know where you're going? 'Cause I don't.
Femandiran says, this way.
Lunar Eclipse has died.
Sorry, Lena, I'm not a healer. I cannot bring you back one. I cannot see what I'm doing either.
You receive loot, woolly hair.
Gone.
You receive loot, stringy loins 2.
Who's the healer?
You loot 1 gold, 46 silver,
I've
52
got no
copper.
healing on this.
Femandiran receives loot, woolly hair. You receive loot, coarse leathers 2. You receive loot, matted pelt. You receive loot, calcified bone. Lunar Clipsy Trick receives loot, Tide Spray linen.
Femandiran has died.
Trying to run in ahead of the roof.
You died.
Yep. Without the support, I just die.
Lunar Eclipse has died.
Everyone's going to die because the important people are already dead. Where are you going?
Landslayer receives loot, Tide Spray linen.
You know which way you're going. What are you doing?
Blurudi Trick receives loot, Severed mandible. Blurudi Trick receives loot, Severed mandible. Lunar Clipsy Trick receives loot, Severed mandible.
All that XP.
Consume the kids.
Blurudi Trick receives loot, Severed mandibles 2.
I gotta take care of a few things before I leave. Have a good day.
Okay, mate. See you tomorrow. If you're around. I'll let you know when that money comes through. It may take a day or two or something, I don't know.
Femandiran receives loot, Tide Spray linen. Femandiran receives loot, Severed mandible. Blurudi Trick receives loot, Wriggling goop. Blurudi Trick receives loot, Chitinous exoskeleton. Blurudi Trick receives loot, Severed mandible. Landslayer receives loot, Severed mandible. Landslayer receives loot, Dockyard cutlass of the peerless. Lunar Clipsy Trick receives loot, Severed mandible. Blurudi Trick receives loot, Tide Spray Linux 2. Blurudi Trick receives loot, Severed mandible. You receive loot, Severed mandible. You loot 1 gold, 34 silver, 71 copper. Femandiran receives loot, Chitinous exoskeleton. Femandiran receives loot, Corlane girdle of the quick blade. You receive loot, severed mandibles 2. You receive loot, cheapy noose exoskeleton. You loot 2 gold, 78 silver, 75 copper. You loot 2 gold, 35 silver, 5 copper. Femandiran receives loot, wriggling goop. Femandiran has earned the achievement Got My Mind on My Money. You loot 91 silver, 11 copper. Femandiran receives loot, Tide Spray Linux 2. Lunar Clip Sea Trick receives loot, Defiled Bone.
Stay for dinner! All staff to the kitchen! Succulent!
You loot 11 gold, 24 silver, 98 copper. Lunar Clip Sea Trick receives loot, Rawls Bib.
Settle the score.
Blurudi Trick receives loot, Severed Mandible. Blurudi Trick receives loot, Cheapy Noose Exoskeleton. Landslayer receives loot, Cheapy Noose Exoskeleton. Lunar Clip Sea Trick receives loot, Tide Spray Linux 3. Femandiran receives loot, Severed Mandible. Femandiran says, this way. You receive loot. Tide spray Linux 3. You receive loot. Severed mandible. You loot 62 silver, 80 copper. Femandiran receives loot. Chitinus exoskeleton. Blurudi trick receives loot. Severed mandible. Landslayer receives loot. Severed mandible 3. Lunar Clipsy trick receives loot. Tide spray linen. Lunar Clipsy trick receives loot. Severed mandible. Femandiran receives loot. Wave caller spire of the Aurora. Femandiran receives loot. Stinging nettle. Landslayer receives loot. Stinging nettle. Lunar Clipsy trick receives loot. Tide spray Linux 3. You loot 2 gold, 23 silver, 13 copper.
There is no hope. The thorns seek your soul. Beware the thorns. The thorns seek your soul.
You've done those souls a service by setting them free. Make sure Lady Waycrest pays.
Blurudi trick has earned the achievement Got My Mind on My Money. You receive loot. Thornwoven band. You loot 12 gold, 47 silver, 56 copper. You receive loot. Cracked mask. Lunar Clipsy trick receives loot. Stinging nettle. Lunar Clipsy trick receives loot. Crimson wood jerkin of the harmonious.
My magic.
New talent point available. Congratulations, you have reached level 48.
3 gold, 45 silver, 35 copper. Lunar Clipsy Trick receives loot. Tide Spray Linux 4. You receive loot. Stringy loins. You receive loot. Keeled breastbone. Landslayer receives loot. Stringy loins 2. Landslayer receives loot. Book Talon. You loot 3 gold, 36 silver, 30 copper. Femandiran receives loot. Tide Spray Linen.
Oh, such supple bones. You belong to me now. You've had your turn. Your destruction is at hand. You bear the black mark. Release the iris to me, sister. My thorns will rip you to shreds. My thorns will rip you to shreds. My thorns. Give me the iris, you fool. Only I can focus its power. You've had your turn. My body cracks. Release the iris to me, sister.
I can rest more easily knowing these foul creatures.
Femandiran receives loot. Bracers of dreadful maladies. You loot 12 gold,
Continue
53
your hunt for
silver,
Lady Waycross.
26
I will
copper.
ensure these rooms are clear.
Oh, dear. It seems you have slaughtered my entire household. The carnage is dripping through the floorboards. Why not join me in the basement and marvel at death's beauty?
Landslayer receives loot. Tide spray linen.
I will send your soul to Goraktul.
Femandiran receives loot. Deep sea satin. Landslayer receives loot. Ghastly ooze. Femandiran receives loot. Tide spray Linux 2. Femandiran receives loot. Spiritature.
Attend to our guests.
You receive loot. Deep sea satin. You receive loot. Spiritature. You loot 1 gold. 96 silver. 17 copper. Lunar Clipsy Trick receives loot. Ghastly ooze. Lunar Clipsy Trick receives loot. Spiritature.
No, you won't take it from me. I will never let him go.
You are no longer rested.
Femandiran receives loot, moss-covered wingtip shoes. You loot 11 gold, 24 silver, 1 copper.
At long last, the nightmare is over.
Foolish child, you lack vision. Death is an inevitable force that stalks you at every turn.
Gorak too? How is this possible? My ancestors defeated
Femandiran
you
receives
ages
loot,
ago.
stinging nettle.
Your ancestors wiped out my people, but they could not destroy me. For countless years, I waited to enact my vengeance, until, at long last, your mother provided me the means. Lady Waycrest was merely a vessel for my power. By destroying her, you have opened the doorway to your world. Now, your nightmare is just beginning.
You receive loot, wave caller's spire of the fire flash.
We cannot allow Gorak Tool to cross into our world.
Death consumes all!
Lunar Clip Sea Trick receives loot, stinging nettle.
And I will hold them here. You have to finish this.
Quickly, burn it! Hurry! Set them aflame before the Trust King resurrects them! Quickly, burn it!
Landslayer has earned the achievement Waycrest Manor. Femandiran has earned the achievement Waycrest Manor.
You have merely
Lunar Clip Sea Trick has earned the achievement Waycrest Manor.
I await you.
Lurudi Trick has earned the achievement Waycrest Manor.
You have learned a new passive effect, Chaos Brand.
Gorak Toll has been banished.
Experience gained, 39,250.
Sharp steel carp fix.
Received 88 gold,
Thank you,
51
heroes.
silver,
You've
20
broken
copper.
the coven and released us from Gorak
New
Tool's
talent point
power.
available.
We are in your debt.
Congratulations, you have reached level 49.
Landslayer receives loot, breastplate of the vengeful. Guardiandamha has earned the achievement Got My Mind on My Money. You loot 25 gold, 89 silver, 45 copper. Femandiran says, Tut.
Femandiran has left the instance group. Blurudi Etrig has left the instance group. Landslayer has left the instance group. Lunar Clip Seatrig has left the instance group. You leave the group. Dungeon difficulty set to normal. You feel rested. You are now the group leader.
Okay, people.
Basic underscore. Eyes.
Okay, people, I've had enough today, so join me tomorrow for walking around the show and doing the canned show. Sorry the person who's just come in. I've been on all day and everyone's left, everything's updating, everything's falling apart, so I'm gonna go and do something else. Okay, catch me tomorrow. I'll be on all day until about probably 10 o'clock at night. So, because we'll be at the show. Okay? So, yeah, join me as you can tomorrow. I don't know exactly how long I'm going to stay at the show, but we're going to try and make as much of a day of it as possible. Alright, see ya.